Welcome. In this lesson, we're going to learn to interpret line plots, not line graphs. There's a difference. The last lesson was a line graph, which had a line that went inside a graph. Line plots basically are just a number line that has values underneath these tick marks, and then these X's above it, and sometimes they're X's, sometimes they're dots, sometimes they're check marks, is how many of the finger puppets were made that were zero. So in other words, as we read, it says Lancaster's Art Museum recorded how many finger puppets the children made at last Sunday's art workshop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 children made zero. There wasn't any children that made one. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children that made two. So again, this is the number. They don't write a number, they just put check marks as this one child made 4, then another child made 4, then another child made 4. So as the children make the puppets, they put a check mark on how many they made. So it says how many children made at least 5 finger puppets, at least. So I want to know how many made 5 or 6. So I actually have to count these. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 children. So the hardest thing with this lesson is actually just counting the little check marks or the little X marks. How many students own fewer than 2 pairs of boots? So these are pairs of boots owned, number of pairs of boots. So we want to own fewer than 2, not 2, but fewer. So I need to do zeros and ones. So there's 2 zeros and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 and 2 is a total of 12 people owned fewer than 2. Which score did the greatest number of people receive? So which score received the greatest? This one's a little easier because all I need to know is you want to know which one had the greatest number of people. So which is the highest up? I don't really need to count. I just noticed this one's higher than all the others. So a score of 7. So some will be easy because you won't necessarily have to count. How many students went to the Science Museum exactly twice last year? Number of trips. Again, it's important to read carefully. This is the number of trips. And there was 4 people that went exactly twice last year. Wow, look at this. I can't even jump up. So all of them are going to be this simple. How many people are there in all? So how many people in all? I just got to count up all the check marks, all the X's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There was 11 people total. How many people won more than 2 matches last summer? Well, more than 2 would be the 3s and the 4s. 1, and sometimes it's easier to look. Okay, here I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 doubled is 16 plus this extra 1 is 17. So if you're smart and you think about how these X's are lined up, you only count the shorter one and then double it, then add in the extra 17. Again, if you have any questions doing this, please do bring them to class, but just read carefully. How many patients went to the doctor? At least 3 times. At least. So 3 or more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people. And most of you are going to be missing these because you're not being careful and reading. So I'm just trying to teach you to be careful.